Life is like a bad hookup. You have no idea what you're doing, you won't remember half of it, and nothing has the inability to get completely fucked. Life is a very interesting concept. Some could argue that the life of a human is sacred, or that it possesses a sense of dominion and awareness that elevates ourselves above everything else. Sure, we're still animals that survive off of food and have basic drives to maintain the survival of our species, but humans are more than just this. We develop intimate relationships with boyfriends and girlfriends, or even parasocial ones with streamers and content creators. We can develop complex societies that can exchange pieces of metal and online currencies for wonders of engineering like Airbuses and skyscrapers, but for me, the greatest thing a human can express is something that can be shown in absolutely anything: happiness. Now, what makes someone happy? For me, it's undiluted Ribena at the Intercity 125. Sure, you may think it's weird and that I should get some new hobbies like skating or drawing, but it makes me happy, and neither of those habits are destructive to my mental or physical health. I'm certainly not one to judge anyone's way of making themselves happy. I remember when I pursued quality time with my friends as my number one priority for making me happy, and all it did was deprive me of experiences that I otherwise would have had I not been so toxic. But no one thing can truly make someone happy, in my opinion. It's a collective force that makes the football team strong, not just the striker. And besides, who cares what makes people happy? Libertarians would say that as long as it doesn't harm other people, you should be free to do it. It's definitely a view you could take. When I started my channel, my goal was to make a viral video and be famous because I thought that would make me happy, but now, doing this hobby on and off for 2 years, I know that's not how to grow a channel and improve my quality of life. Of course, I still want to grow this channel into something bigger and see where it takes me, but I don't motivate myself through artificial means to buy myself happiness. If I was to wear something goofy for a video, I would want that new viewer, effectively that stranger, to smile at me. If I was to go out in public with it, I'd want that small child passing me on the street to admire my outfit and inspire them to be themselves. But I wouldn't do this hobby for attention. And if I did want attention, it would be to facilitate my growth from another side of my personality or channel, and not just my ego. Artificial motivation wouldn't make me happy at all. It would make me shallow, fragile, and ultimately greedy. And that's not a lifestyle I want to live. 20th of March is International Happiness Day. On the Associated website, they describe how a profound shift in attitudes is underway all over the world. People are now recognizing that progress should be about increasing human happiness and well-being, not just about growing the economy. March 20th has been established as the annual International Day of Happiness, and all 193 United Nations member states have adopted a resolution calling for happiness to be given greater priority. And that's a very interesting philosophy to have. The fact that even on an international level, we still consider happiness a high priority shows how much we should value it. So how do you value it? Are you slouching on your bed alone with 2 empty boxes of chicken nuggets? If that's what makes you feel good, then fair enough, but if it isn't, then why isn't it? Are you unhappy with how you're feeling and what you're doing to cope? Do you wake up feeling a cool summer breeze or a cold winter's day, glass half full or glass half empty? Have you got your George or your Lucy cheering you on from the sides? Or is it more involuntary, solitary, loneliness, pessimism, lack of motivation? And if that applies to you, if that desire to change into something new is what you want, listen to what I'm going to say. You've most likely seen hundreds of clips telling you to start changing your life, and you've most likely ignored all of them. There is something in your brain stopping you from doing what you want because you don't want to be a certain way. All I ask of you is to not necessarily be happy, but to identify what is stopping you from listening to advice and figure out if that is the right mindset for you to have. It may be that it is, but if not, identify what is wrong and at least start to work to fix it. Are you going to be the giraffe that relies on its surroundings to sustain itself? Or are you going to be the lion that hunts the giraffe and uses its determination to reach its goals? If we go back to the hookup analogy, the hookups that are actually enjoyable are the ones where you don't procrastinate, and the interactions you have with others are mutually beneficial and create new experiences. The same is true for life. You just have to grab it by the balls and have some fun, but don't do that in hookup. So if you want to be a ninja, go to martial arts classes and learn how to be a ninja. If you enjoy their company, be with your friends and family, the people who you love, the people who motivate you to be the best you can be. Life is out there for you to live, you just have to live it. Because of course, the meaning of life is